This is the Lancer Locker Show on KYNT. Now, let's talk some Mount Marty University athletics with the coaches, as well as your host and the voice of Mount Marty University athletics, Tel Tanner.
Talking basketball once again this week. This is the Lancer Locker. My name is Tel Tanner. This is KYNT 102.1 FM, AM 1450, simulcasting live on YouTube, KYNT-V. We've got a lot going on with Lancer athletics over the last week. A lot of big games and a lot of stuff that's going on. Once again, we just started basketball season for men's and women's basketball at Mount Marty University, which is why this week we decided to talk with the men's team. Last week we did the women's basketball program, spoke with a couple of their players as well as their head coach. This week we're going to speak with a couple of the men's basketball players. We spoke with them earlier today in two transfer seniors for this program in Jared Lopez and Brandon Garcia. Those are the two players that we spoke to for the Lancer Locker today. Jared Lopez and Brandon Garcia. And then Collin Authier was in the booth as well, the head coach of the men's basketball program. All three of those guys and those interviews coming up around the corner. First, we got to go through our week in review of Lancer Athletics. And if you're listening to us on radio on KYNT 102.1 FM or AM 1450, you will be hearing Chiefs football tonight as well. The Kansas City Chiefs on Monday Night Football will be playing. Right after this show, we're going to be going into pregame for the Chiefs. That'll be right around 6 o'clock is when we pick that up. My name's Tel Tanner. This is the Lancer Locker. Let's get to it now with our week in review. Started off with those basketball teams. Men's basketball is 3-0 over the last 2 weeks. They beat Oak Hills Christian College 100-9 to start the season. Trinity Bible College after that 81-68, and then Mayville State University this last Friday 84-77. All three wins, 3-0. Are the Lancers. 2-0 are the Mount Marty women's basketball program. They beat Faith Baptist 80-39 last Friday, or 2 Fridays ago. Barclay University on this last Friday, November 1st, 90-33. And now they get York University in the Simple Arena Wednesday evening, 6:30. We'll have coverage of that one right here on KYNT as well. I get to call my first basketball game of the year, which is exciting. I've been waiting to get back in and call some basketball. I haven't been able to because I've been doing postseason football coverage on Friday nights, and that's when the last couple games have been. So sorry I've missed those, but we'll be back here on Wednesday. And other sports, soccer teams just finished up their season. A couple of losses to Doane at home this last Wednesday. We'll talk about their overall records. For men's soccer, they were 4-11-1 overall, 1-9 in conference. The women's soccer team finishes 4-12-1 overall, 1-10 in conference. Go to volleyball. They've got 1 game left. They're 12-14 overall, 4-11 in conference. They are playing Doane University tomorrow evening down in Crete. They're playing down in Crete at 7:30 p.m. Versus Doane University. That'll finish up the season for the Lancer volleyball program. Football team had an interesting weekend. They're 5-4 overall, 4-4 in conference. They defeated Midland on Saturday in a wild comeback. In the last 2 minutes, they ended up scoring 13 points to go ahead by 1 point. It was 28-27 was the final. Some incredible individual performances. Rugby Riken, the starting quarterback, 21 of 37 throwing the football, 247 yards and 3 touchdowns. Did not turn over the ball. Kyle Hirsch ran for 80 yards on 32 carries. He was a workhorse for them. Trey Hansen ended up with 71 yards and 7 receptions. Trevor Fitzgerald, 63 yards on 4 catches with 2 touchdowns, both of them in the final 2 minutes. He caught both of those final 2 scores, passes from Rugby Riken. This Lancer program defeated Midland for the second year in a row in fourth quarter comebacks, 28-27 final. Now they go to Hastings this week. They'll take on Hastings down in Hastings on November 9th. That is Saturday, 2:30 p.m. will be the start. Then Doane next Saturday to finish up the season in Yankton, Senior Day on November 16th. That's your week in review of Lancer Athletics. We'll take a break now. We'll come back in a couple minutes and start taking a look at these interviews. Once again, it's Jared Lopez and Brandon Garcia in the booth. Spoke with them a little earlier today. Both pretty good people, and I'm looking forward to you hearing those interviews. Back in a couple minutes with them on KYNT.
A big thank you from Mount Marty University to one of Yankton's greatest employers and friend of the community, Aztec. They're very proud to support the Mount Marty Lancers. The vision at Aztec is to build industry-changing solutions that create life-changing opportunities. And you can build a career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. Best wishes, Mount Marty, from your friends at Aztec.
Hello. Here's to welcoming moments, big and small, embracing the unexpected, savoring life. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, ready for anything. We listen to your goals and help you achieve them with care and coverage. We'll move you forward through sickness and health and every milestone in between. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/forward.
Conquer the day and reach new heights with Rise Fuel energy drinks. Rise Fuel is ready to help elevate your performance. Packed with essential vitamins and nutrients, Rise Fuel gives you the power to push harder, go faster, and perform better. Whether you're hitting the gym, the field, or the track, Rise Fuel has your back. Fuel your ambition and unleash your potential with Rise Fuel energy drinks. Rise to the challenge with Rise Fuel. Ignite your passion and dominate your game.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. CoreTrust helps your business thrive with checking, online bill pay, small business loans, credit card processing, local approval and support for government grants and loans, investments to grow your hard-earned assets, and insurance to protect them. All from CoreTrust, the community bank that's right down the street and everywhere you want us to be. Visit CoreTrustBank.com today.
Member FDIC.
The Dakota Theater in Yankton is always in need of volunteers. There's something for everyone, such as being involved with shows on or off stage, selling concessions, greeting, ushering, cleaning before and after, cleaning the bathrooms, organizing, helping with the lights, the sound, the costumes, decorating, and more. The Dakota Theater in Yankton is so grateful for every volunteer. Theaters for everyone. For more information, go to dakotatheater.org or call 665-4711.
Taylor is living the Runza dream.
The fry life is the high life.
He's stacking up rewards on the Runza mobile app.
Points on points on points on points.
That's a lot of free food from Runza.
Yep, I'm headed there for lunch today.
Download the Runza mobile app to start getting rewards. Because Runza makes it all better.
Runza on Broadway by Menards in Yankton.
All right, back here on the Lancer Locker on a Monday afternoon. My name is Tel Tanner. Now we go ahead and talk with members of the Mount Marty men's basketball program. Two seniors in Jared Lopez and Brandon Garcia coming in and joining this Lancer program for your final year of college basketball. First things first, guys, thank you for coming in and talking with me today. Congrats on being Lancer. It's good to see you in the booth.
Thanks for having us.
So we'll start off with why you wanted to come to Mount Marty, since you're both transfer players. Obviously, with Jared coming in, playing your first season with the Lancers last year out of Northeast Community College. Is that correct?
Yep, correct.
And you were at Lincoln, is where you're from.
Yes.
So tell me why you wanted to make the change and come to Mount Marty. Why was this the spot you wanted to come to?
Just come here on a visit. I mean, whatever, all the things Coach had to say about my game and how I could fit in this program felt right with myself and my family. Felt like a family environment, so that's why.
We'll talk a little bit more about your family here in a moment as well, but let's go to Brandon first. You just transferred in, obviously. You're new to the program. Can you tell me why it was this program that you wanted to join?
I felt like I needed a change to get out of Florida, and me and my family, we trusted Coach Ye's word and what he told us and everything, so now I'm here.
And you had a very big change, obviously, coming from Florida. So you're coming all the way up here. Had you been up to this area before?
No, never in my life.
Never up here before. So what has the change been so far? What is different?
The weather, definitely. Not used to that. All the grass around here and stuff.
When did you actually get up to Yankton? Like what month?
Pretty sure this September.
September. Yeah. Okay. So just right away at the beginning of this semester then. So you have yet to experience winter here. First off, you're from Florida. And you've never been up here in your life. Have you seen snow before?
No, I never have seen snow.
You've never seen snow. Good luck. Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fun. You will enjoy it, I think. We'll see. Other than that, what are some of the things you've heard maybe from your teammates or some of these other guys about that upcoming winter?
They said I haven't seen nothing yet. and I'm already freezing now, so we'll see.
Once again, good luck. We'll go over to Jared. Have you talked with him about that, like what he's about to be experiencing?
Yeah, I mean, he's cold now, so I mean, I was like, this is really nothing yet. Just wait till December hits.
It's just hoodie season right now.
Yeah, once it hits the zero, negative, yeah.
Let's talk about your families now. Jared, tell me about your family, and did they get to come up to see some games? You're just from Lincoln, obviously. So
yeah, I mean, they've been to a couple, but yeah, obviously it's a little tougher because we're 3 hours away, and they've been busy with like working and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, I have a 20-year-old brother. He's a barber school right now, so he cuts hair. And then I have a 16-year-old sister. She's playing volleyball at high school, Lincoln North Star. And then obviously my mom and dad. My dad works at a company called Bison where they make basketball rims. So he's a welder. And then my mom, she works at Kawasaki. She's an assembler.
So your dad works making basketball rims.
Rims, yeah.
So it sounds like you kind of grew up around basketball.
Yeah.
Bit. Tell me how many rims were in your house that you were dunking on as a child.
Oh, man, I had a couple, like, small toys, mini hoops.
Just on the back of the door?
On the back of the door. Yeah, just dunking like I was Shaq. So.
How old were you when you dunked for real the first time?
I'll say my 8th grade year.
8th grade?
So, yeah, like 13. I was 13 when I started.
How tall were you at 13?
6 foot. 6'1", 6 foot, 6'1".
Some people get all the genetics. Anyways, let's talk a little bit more with Brandon as we move to you and talk about your family. Can you tell me a little bit about them?
I got a big family. I got 2 brothers and 1 sister. One of my brothers is 15 that plays football. My other brother's actually just born a couple years ago. He's 2. And then my sister is 15 as well.
Now, the season just started, and your family's obviously in Florida, so I doubt they've got to any games yet, have they?
No, not yet.
Maybe they'll be able to come up. Maybe
maybe
day?
in a couple of weeks when we have like a game in like three games in 1 week.
Yeah.
Try to get them up here for that and stuff.
That'll be really nice. I'm assuming that'll be the first time you've seen them in a couple months.
Yeah, it is. I haven't seen them since I left.
That'll be really nice. How many how many are coming up? Or is that even decided yet? It's still a few weeks away.
Yeah, still a few weeks away. Still haven't got decided yet.
So how often do you get to talk to them?
I talk to my parents every day.
Every day?
Yeah. Definitely my mom wouldn't be here without my mom.
Tell me about
her. Man, I could say she's my hero. She does a lot.
What does she do for a living?
She works for the law. Something with the law firm, I think. Pretty sure. Not really know what it is, but I know she's a hardworking person for sure.
Let's go back to Jared as we talk about this season. Obviously, coming into this one, y'all had some injury problems last year. Some things didn't go right, but this season, you're 3-0. You started off. Everybody seems to be doing okay. Obviously, bumps here and there. What are some of the expectations for the season? We've got the 2 seniors in the booth. You're kind of leaders here. What are some of the expectations for your group?
Just to play hard. I mean, our main focus is defense. That's something we really worked on in practice. Also rebounding the ball. That's something we really worked on. And it just seems different. It's just different compared to last year. I feel like just the players we have, the coaching staff, Marty Gross, he's been helping us a lot, especially me personally, confidence and just the way I play.
So you've been working one-on-one with Coach Gross?
Yeah.
What do those workouts kind of look like?
It's tense. It's tense. More like with me, we've been working on like post stuff and just finishing through contact. And he's been teaching me a couple like other post moves that I would have never thought I learned. So he's been helping a lot.
Let's go back to Brandon. What are some of the things that you've been working on in individual workouts?
Really everything. Making sure I'm at the right spots on the court, the right shots, not taking bad shots, and just basically getting everyone else better as well.
And you're getting used to a new system, obviously, because you're coming in for the first year. What's that been like?
The system's great. I actually love it. I have no complaints with it and stuff. Like, nothing to talk about the system. Love it.
Let's go back talking off the court now. I want to talk about what you guys do for fun when you're not studying film, you're not playing basketball. and you're not studying. Obviously, you got to do a lot of that in your senior year. But what do you do for fun? We'll start with Brandon.
Well, I don't think there's really much to do here.
That's fair. It's South Dakota to Florida, man. I get it. So what are some of the things you spend?
I really just say really bonding with the team. I'm always with them. And, like, they're good people to be around with. I could be with them all day. Like, not even one thing to worry about. They make me feel comfortable and make me feel like it's home.
Just hanging out, or do you guys go and do things?
Just hanging out. Sometimes you go eat as a team, places, but not really much. Really just chilling in the room and just going out as a team. Really going to the gym a lot together.
Where do you eat?
I can say Checkers, and a lot of places we go to the Tokyo place.
Yeah. Okay,
that's our spot.
That's good. We'll go back over to Jared. What are some of the things you do for fun when you're not playing basketball?
Just like he said, just hanging out with the team. I mean, spend time with them about every day. We would go out, we would go eat, but I feel like it's just important to hang out with your team off the court, helps with the chemistry on the court. So, I mean, I feel like it's just important. It's like family to me. So,
when we talk about the season upcoming, obviously it's your final year. It's senior year for college. When you look back at your career and look at what's next, what are some of the things that you want to be looking back at this season and proud of? If you are looking back at this year and your college career in general with pride, what needs to happen this year?
You get to the tournament.
I like that. Jared?
Like he said, tournament, win GPAC, and just make it to the tournament.
When we talk about your future outside of athletics, we'll go to the classroom here. We'll start with Jared this time. What's your major?
Major in business management, and my plan after college is probably being like sports analyst, like marketing. That's my plan. It's also playing overseas pro. I have aspirations of playing pro. So
that'd be awesome, man. I hope to see you over there. And Brandon, what's your major and what you planning on doing with it?
My major is business management as well, and my plan after this, definitely want to go play overseas. That'd be number one. But if that doesn't work, having my own business and a bunch of things and having a lot of assets to certain businesses and stuff. So we'll see.
Both of you trying to go overseas, both of you want to keep playing after that. After you play overseas, what is the plan? Do you want to stick around the hometown? Do you want to go somewhere new? Are you going back to Florida? We'll start with Jared again. Are you going to go back to Lincoln? Hard to say at this point.
Hard.
Right?
It's hard. I'll stay unless something happens where I might want to move out or something. But I plan on staying.
I wouldn't mind going back to Miami. Like, it's a beautiful place there, but definitely want to try something new since I know always Miami will be there. Probably live overseas for a couple of years, or I could say New York's one of them. But as of right now, I'm liking Miami.
Now, one more question when it comes to the overseas play. And obviously, wherever the opportunity comes will be the places that you're considering. But if you had a dream country that you got to go live in for a couple years and play basketball, where would that be overseas?
China.
China? Well, that'd be pretty cool. Why China?
Got a lot of money over there.
Okay, fair enough. Jared?
I say Australia.
Australia?
It's just beautiful.
Yeah. You kind of fan of the outback or a little bit?
A little bit. Yeah. A little bit. But
all right. Well, I appreciate you guys for coming in and talking with me today. Good luck in your future endeavors. I know the season's off to a good start, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it keeps going from here. We'll finish up with this. Is there any final message you have for your family or Lancer Nation? We'll start it off with Brandon.
Want to say thank you to my family. If it wasn't for them, I definitely don't think I'd be in this position where I'm at today.
Big shout out to my family, Lopez fam. Done everything for me to get to this point. Appreciate their love and support. Just keeping me up.
Looking forward to your senior year, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
I love 1919 root beer. It's the best over a big scoop of vanilla ice cream. My favorite is just ice cold 1919 poured over crunchy ice. It's so refreshing. It's the creamiest root beer ever.
1919 root beer is the perfect treat. Brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients. It's the creamiest, full-bodied, alcohol and caffeine-free draft root beer available. It's a taste tradition since, 1919.
Farming is hard work. Between managing crops, livestock, and equipment, there's not much time left to handle financing and loans. At Dakota Mac, we can help you do the heavy lifting when it comes to ag financing. Whether you're a full-time farmer, an investor, or a young and beginning farmer, we're here for you for all your ag lending needs. Let Dakota Mac help you work smarter, not harder.
Hi, it's Jeff Wolfgram from Dakota Mac. Call us at 800-682-4578 to learn how Dakota Mac products can work for you.
At Triple Time Rudy's, not only do you get top-notch fuel to keep you on the move, but it's a destination for delicious local treats. You'll find quality South Dakota products like Dimmick cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. It's your community's pit stop for more than just fuel. Triple Time Rudy's supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, stop by Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
It's game time, Yankton, and just like championship teams, Lewis and Clark Ford delivers in the clutch. We have a great selection of brand new Fords and are ready to score big for you. Looking for a game-winning drive? We also have a lot full of pre-owned vehicles with a variety of makes and models all ready to suit up for you. See our complete roster at lewisandclarkford.com or stop by our playing field, 4th and Capitol, Yankton.
Quit hitting the snooze button on your new career. Wake up to recently increased wages, day one benefits, and an employer who puts you first. Grind through the workday in your own specialty. Assembler, machine operator, material handler, or line operation tech. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $2.35. Choose your shift and enjoy day one benefits. This isn't just a job, it's your future. Join us today. Find more information and apply now at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
All right, back here on the Lancer Locker, now with the head coach of the Mount Marty men's basketball program in Collin Authier. Collin, another good start to a season. You have been here for 4 years now. You're really starting to get your guys into this program. They're starting to play in a system you've been wanting to play in, and it is really looking good to start the year 3-0. First up, thanks for joining me. Can you give me your thoughts on the first 3 games and where this program's going?
Yeah, I'm glad the outcome is what it is. I mean, we got to get better at the end of the day. We just got to get better in the areas. But it's always better to learn after a win, more often than not. And so I'm happy with the outcome. Our process just needs to continue to get better. We just had a couple of lapses on some things on Friday night that we just got to continue to work at and clean up, and a lot of reasons for that. And just looking forward to get back in practice today. And this week to prep, we just got to continue to clean some things up and get better in some areas.
When it comes to some of the things that you're changing, obviously when it comes to pretty much any sport, some of the biggest changes in the season come after the first couple games when you really see your guys, see what they're doing, and then you make adjustments. What are some of those things you've noticed?
Well, obviously we talked a lot about defending and rebounding. Defend, rebound, take care of the basketball, and at the same time you got to make your layups and free throws. That was huge in terms of our offseason analysis on stuff and prepping for the year. Now it's not necessarily as much as changes that we'll make, but I do think our guys are able to see what works and what doesn't work, and how being on the same page, how important that is, and getting 5 guys on the same page. And we've been able to do a lot more film stuff this year, a variety of reasons for that. One was technology. We installed a camera in a simple arena that allowed us to have immediate access before, after, during practices, games. And then 2, just staffing-wise, I mean, Coach Gross is just a film junkie and does such a great job of breaking things down and making it very, very clean cut on some things, and has allowed us to really go back and evaluate and see some things that we need to get better and show her up on, because his eye for detail on some stuff is just really, really important, especially for our emphasis and what we're trying to do.
And when it comes to Coach Gross, we talked a little bit before the season started of this guy, but we haven't done it on air yet. Coach Gross, you guys were roommates for a year teaching or coaching down in Texas before we came up to Mount Marty. Can you tell me about your connection and kind of the relationship over the years?
Yeah, just a dear friend of mine, a huge, huge mentor. I always say we worked 10 feet away from each other and slept 20 feet away from each other, and I'm glad it wasn't flipped. When I went down to Corpus, we lived in a 4-bedroom apartment on campus for the summer. Then school started up, and he lived with me in a studio apartment, and I didn't have an office at that time. And I knew his history, and I wanted to soak up as much knowledge as I possibly could. So I basically worked in his office, out of his office, and we talked a lot and had a lot of debates and conversations and arguments and viewpoints on basketball on stuff, and have always maintained contact. He's just been a dear friend, a mentor. His wife, Mary Pat, is absolutely tremendous. When I left Corpus to go back to Augustana, she's the one that drove me to the airport in Houston from Corpus, and she was up in town here about a month ago. It was awesome to see her again and spend some time with her. Just a tremendous person, basketball savant, over 40 years, Division I assistant coach, and just can see some things, and just a high level human being, how he connects with kids these days too.
I wanted to ask about his experience. Obviously, he's a guy who's been around a long time, and when it comes to coaches, obviously you're a little on the younger end. You're a young, spry guy, I want to say. So bringing in a guy like Marty with a little of that experience, and then obviously yours as well, what does that do for the program? Yeah, it's been awesome. And the other thing too is he coaches bigs. Like that's his forte. He's always, his development of big men through the years has just been incredible. And so having Jared Lopez, where he kind of talks about those workouts and just our bigs, you see Thalen Schroeder and the growth and improvement that he's had in a short period of time for him working with Coach Gross has been really, really good. So it's been nice. We definitely see basketball differently, and I think that's the best part about it. And you're going to have arguments and debates and discussion, and he knows I love him. I know he loves me, and I know at the end of the day we're going to get on the same page of what's best for the program and what we have to do. And so those debates have to happen. Those spirited debates need to be there, and how you see things and what we can continue to do. The level of preparation that he has going into some stuff, just with his history. I mean, he was won an NIT championship at Wichita State before going to Corpus. So you got him that's won an NIT championship, me that's won a D2 national championship. The amount of pros that me and him combined have coached is well over 100. From National Player of the Years, he had when he was at Rice, Morris Allman was the nation's leading scorer in variety of positions, point guards, wings, and bigs. And so it's just being able to cover those bases and how we can continue to teach our guys, make an impact on our guys. But one thing that can't be overstated is just his ability to continue to connect. The basketball's changed. Generations have changed. There's a reason why Tony Bennett is retiring and out of coaching. A lot of coaches have gotten out of it over the last 5 years. And at the end of the day, this level, these kids love playing basketball. And it's really, really easy and fun to coach kids that love playing the game of basketball. And so his ability to continue to connect with kids, throw humor in it, where it's not about how he says something, but it's about what he says. And our guys have really, really keyed in on that. And then just all of us being on the same page has been important. Let's talk about the two guys that were in the booth a little earlier in this show. Jared Lopez, Brandon Garcia, a couple of transfers you brought in. Can you tell me about them, what makes them special, not only as basketball players, but as people? Yeah, I mean, obviously it goes without saying both are really, really talented players. But when we look at guys coming in, it's all about fit. It's fitting who we are and who we want to be. And Jared checked every single box coming from Northeast. Last year in terms of what we want. He's got a high motor. He plays his butt off. He defends. He rebounds. He can score at the best of them. And just what he is off the floor. I mean, he does things right every single day. Never have an issue. He handles his business in the classroom. Just everything that we wanted. And then Brandon's had a unique journey and played at a very, very good junior college in Florida for 3 years down there, and then went to a Division II school in Eckerd. And I don't know in terms of everything there. I don't think it was what he was looking for, and just that right fit. And so we had some conversations this summer. We talked quite a bit. Talked to his family a lot. And I told him I'm going to coach you hard, and we have, because we have a short period of time. He's a senior, and so we really hold him to a high standard and a high expectation. And yeah, that means there's going to have some good days and some bad days with that, and it's going to be rocky. And I tell you what, that young man's made such a change over these last couple of weeks, and what he's done and how he's focused on some things that really allow him to be a better player and us to be a better team, is the reason why we've made some jumps lately. And so both guys are really, really good people, are handling their business in the classroom, are handling their stuff off the floor. They're gym rats. They're in the gym a lot. Our security guy's been letting me know. Sometimes it's like, hey, just wanted to let you know I had to kick some guys out at 11:30 last night, and I said, well, we don't have to do that. And he said, I know. He said they're awesome, and there are sometimes I do need security to kick them out because I need them to get some rest too and take care of their bodies. So
We have a lot of gym rats, a very, very close knit group of guys that have fun with each other, that kind of pick on each other a little bit in a good way. They don't take it personal. And knowing at the end of the day, we're playing basketball and we all have the same goal in mind here.
I'm not sure I've ever heard of a coach saying we've had to have security kick our guys out of the gym just so they can get some rest because they're in there too much. That's awesome.
It's a good problem to have. It really, really is, and that's the culture that we've really have worked hard to create here. And everyone's different. Some guys are early morning guys. Some guys are mid afternoon. Some guys are late night guys. Everyone routine is different. And blessed to have the facilities that we do here at Mount Marty for our guys. No matter what your routine is, that you have access to a facility where you can always work on your game.
Now, we talked to them a little bit about their families. I want to do the same with you as we're starting this season. You've been growing a family over the last couple years. Can you tell me about your home life?
Yeah, I have a lot of gray hairs. I don't sleep very much. Sleep regression's a real thing with little toddlers. But our blessing, Addison's been awesome. And I got to be honest with you, I can't thank Mount Marty and Yankton community enough for how welcoming they are. Of her. When we go trick-or-treating, we don't get candy, we get gifts of candy. Oh, wow. There are so many people that prepare packages specifically for her. I just can't thank the people enough how welcoming they are. It takes a village, and there's a lot of people that really, really help us. And not always in terms of like taking her off our hands, because my wife's a pretty superhuman and does so much throughout our season. But people are always willing and just spend time and really, really care about her. Very, very blessed. My wife's still a PA. Now at Avera, the Cancer Institute, or the oncology department, I guess, kind of just switched over to Avera. And so they're over there, and that's been going very, very well. I'm very appreciative of Dr. Villanueva, who heads that department, and everything that they do. That's why the cancer night, the first night, was very, very important to us. And just very appreciative of how welcoming and the partnership that Avera has, not just with Mount Marty, but just with how they treated my wife and her time there has been really good.
Coach, finally, let's talk about that upcoming schedule with conference play. Really, really close around the corner. 2 final games, one Friday, and then an exhibition game against USD Sunday, and then conference play next Saturday already. What are some of the things you want to get hammered out in non-con before conference play starts?
Yeah, just our consistency. Just our defensive consistency. Our communication's got to be better. We just have to be a little bit more consistent in our rotations with what we're doing. Our fight, we've had some adversity in some games, and I thought we've responded back to that pretty good. I thought the run that Mayville made on Friday coming out of halftime, I thought to see us respond after that was good. We got to come out of second halves better at the end of the day. We have to be better the first 5 minutes in second halves. So we're going to look at changing up whatever we have to change up to allow that to happen. But yeah, just getting more consistent, getting comfortable. I thought the last 8 minutes of our game against Mayville offensively, I thought we were really, really flowing, where it wasn't as rigid, it wasn't as structured with what we're running. Guys were able to make some plays and have the freedom to make some plays out of what we're doing and attacking matchups and closeouts, ball reversals, and our shot selection continues to get better and better every game. We're getting to the free throw line, which is always a good thing too. We just got to continue to limit our turnovers, take care of that basketball. We always want to play inside out. We got a lot of talented players, and we never care if that's through the post, through the pass, the penetration, doesn't matter. But we always want to play inside out as much as possible and allow our guys to be able to make plays. And so just continuing to learn each other. Guys continue to learn tendencies on some things, and where guys need to get the ball at the right spots is always going to be a process. And I just can't wait to get back to practice today and continue to work to get better.
Coach, thank you very much for your time. Good luck in practice and finishing up the non-con this weekend. We'll talk with you soon.
Thank you.
Everyone loves something different about our buffet, which is good because buffet has something for everyone. This is Annie from Yankton Pizza Ranch. Come in and fill your plate with good food that makes you feel good inside. Don't see your favorite pizza on the buffet? Request it using Buffet Your Way. We'll make it, bake it, and give you the very first slice. Grab the country's best chicken paired with tasty sides and finish off with sweet cactus bread at Yankton Pizza Ranch.
Did you know Sherco offers more than egg tarps? As an industry leader in construction, waste, and flatbed tarping systems, Sherco offers manual and electric tarp systems for not only grain trailers and grain carts, but also side dumps, end dumps, belly dumps, roll-offs, flatbeds, and more. To learn more, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us at Sherco.com. Demand the best, demand Sherco.
This is Jenny from Slumberland Furniture in Yankton. Looking for a refresh in your home? Want to change up your space? Take advantage of our free interior design service. We can help reimagine your room using new pieces that will work with what you currently have. At Slumberland, you'll find the best brand name furniture and quality mattresses with the best customer service possible. See us at 2401 Broadway in Yankton.
Beef, pork, seafood, poultry, and more. All at the Meat Lodge in Yankton. Get top quality meats at great prices. They have specialty items like lamb, brisket, mahi-mahi, crab legs, and lobster. They even have non-meat options like Dimmick cheese, pickled items, seasonings, and sauces. For your convenience, you can call and order curbside pickup or order online at meatlodge.com. The Meat Lodge in Yankton, on the way to the lake on Highway 52.
Attention homeowners, if you've been on the fence about selling, I'd love the opportunity to sit and visit with you. With low inventory, now would be a good time to call me, Deb Speck at Vision Real Estate. I'll provide you with a free market analysis and a no-pressure approach. Call me at 605-664-5555 to find out if now is the right time to make a move.
Well, let's finish up the show today. Big thank you to Collin Authier, the head coach of the men's basketball program, for bringing in Brandon Garcia and Jared Lopez to talk to today for the Lancer Locker. They're two seniors, both of them coming in the last couple of years, and both of them look like they have some pretty bright futures ahead of them. I enjoyed those talks we just got to have. That'll do for the show today as we go back to our upcoming schedule here. Basketball, once again, on the road for the men. They are playing Graceland University on Friday, 6 p.m., and then the University of South Dakota Sunday in an exhibition game at 2. The women's basketball program, Wednesday evening, taking on York University in the Simple Arena. We'll have coverage of that one right here on KYNT. KYN-TV. And then Barclay University and Central Christian College down in Kansas, 2 games in 2 days for the Lancer women's program there. And then next Tuesday versus Nebraska Wesleyan University, a team that used to be in the GPAC down in Lincoln. They'll take on at 7:15. We'll have more coverage of that on KYNT. In the volleyball team, once again, they finish up their season tomorrow evening down in Crete, taking on Doane at 7:30. The football team's got 2 games left. Hastings this upcoming Saturday, and then Doane at home next Saturday, November 16th. 1 p.m. will be Senior Day versus Doane. That's going to do it for our show today. We're going to take a little bit of time here on KYNT, get everything set up for pregame for Kansas City Chiefs football here in a couple of minutes. We'll take a break, give you a little bit of music, and then we'll come back with the Kansas City Chiefs for Monday Night Football. My name is Tel Tanner. This has been the Lancer Locker. If you want to listen to that Chiefs once again, it's on radio 102.1 FM, AM 1450. If you're listening on YouTube or Facebook, KYNTV won't be on here. Go to the station. Listen to terrestrial radio to find that Chiefs game. Otherwise, if you're a Broncos fan like me, you're going to be sad thinking about the Ravens loss. Anyways, that's going to do it for the Lancer Locker today. Thanks to the men's basketball program. Looking forward to next week and their upcoming schedule. Thank you for listening to the Lancer Locker.